Hey, my realtor friends, Patrick Langhans, Cross Country Mortgage. Happy Snowy Friday. It is your weekly lending update. I got a lot to cover today, so I'm going to go quick, especially for all my friends with short attention spans like myself. But I got a lot of good stuff to cover. First, we're going to cover the State of the Union. Don't know if you caught it, but there was a mention of the housing market and some tax credits that may be coming out. So we'll talk about that. Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell also spoke before Congress and talked about rates, what's going to happen with them, and he commented on the housing market as well. Also, I got 2 classes coming up. I know you get bombarded with classes, but you got to check these out. They are super, super important and will help your business. All right, the State of the Union. I don't know if you saw it or caught it, but President Biden mentioned a potential tax credit that will be put on the table. Now, it does need to get passed by Congress, so who knows whether it will pass and what the terms or rules will be. But as it stands now, it looks like they're looking at a $5,000 a year tax credit for new buyers for the first 2 years. So that's $5,000 per year for the first 2 years. Also, kind of a cool one was if you sell your home to someone who's going to occupy it, you could get a $10,000 tax credit for selling your home. So I thought that was kind of cool and interesting. Now, again, there will be rules around this, who qualifies. Probably can't make too much money. The word middle class was mentioned a lot. So we'll see what happens. We'll see if it gets passed, and if it does, what those terms are. I'll keep you posted on that. Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell, he's the guy that heads the Federal Reserve, and the Federal Reserve makes all the changes with interest rates. He spoke before lawmakers as well. And he said something very interesting. Not only did he say rates will lower, he said they can and will lower this year. So the Federal Reserve is saying basically this year we're going to lower rates. Now, they didn't tell us when, but they're posturing and indicating that it will be soon. So I know a lot of people are thinking, I'm not sure if rates are going to actually lower. The Federal Reserve sat before lawmakers, said they will. They can and they will lower this year. So we'll see what happens with that. He also talked about the housing market and said, we are just short on inventory. So although rates will lower, he does not expect inventory to increase. So we'll still see a competitive housing market for the foreseeable future. All right, 2 classes. One is a condo class. We're going to teach you about warrantable, non-warrantable, and condo-tel condos. Condos are super confusing. I can't tell you how many times I see condos listed incorrectly. I will see a condo listed by the listing agent as a non-warrantable condo when it's not. So that kills half your buyer pool. So you don't want to list a condo incorrectly, so we'll teach you a little bit about that. And then also, if you're a buyer's agent, you don't want to be driving around showing your clients properties that don't qualify. So we'll teach you about warrantable, non-warrantable, and even condo-tel properties so you can hopefully identify which classification meets your specific listing or buyer's needs. Now, if you're in the mountains or in a resort area, you got to come to this class because almost every single condo in the mountains is classified non-warrantable or condo-tel, and if it's not right now, it probably will be soon. So we'll talk about that. How do all these things affect your buyers, your listings, rates, costs? We'll cover it all. So come to this class. It's a webinar. March 15th, you can sign up. Lastly, I got my real estate class. It's a real estate seminar for people who are thinking of buying real estate. We don't necessarily talk about how to buy a house. We talk about why you should buy a house, why you should invest in real estate. That's on April 11th at Dave & Buster's. We had 45 people there last time. It was awesome. We're going to have a lot of fun, food, drink, happy hour, but teach people about real estate and why it's the best investment in the world. So invite your clients, come with them. We'll teach them about real estate, get them excited. Hope you have a great weekend. Call me if you need me. We'll talk soon.